there's a lot of debate about what it means to be a Sigma male. Some people might say that this term is synonymous with being single, and while there is some truth to that, it doesn't tell the whole story. A Sigma man is someone who is confident in his own skin and isn't afraid of being single. He knows that he doesn't need a relationship to be happy and fulfilled, and he's perfectly fine with that. Of course, that doesn't mean that he doesn't enjoy the company of women, but sometimes being single is just what he needs. We often feel like we need to be in a relationship to be happy, but that's not always the case. If you're a Sigma male, then you know that being single can be just as rewarding, if not more so. There are times when you feel like you need some space, and being in a relationship can cramp your style. But not because you're commitment phobic, but because there are many drama queens and toxic relationships in today's society. So instead of getting caught up in all that, you'd rather just enjoy your own company. Here are 7 things a Sigma male will do when he's single. 1. He'll learn to love himself. When a Sigma male is single, he often uses this time to learn to love himself. He might not have had the best experiences in past relationships, so he's using this time to work on himself. He's learning how to be happy and content without someone else. This is an important lesson for everyone, not just Sigma males. We all need to learn how to love ourselves first before we can truly love someone else. Oftentimes we try to find someone to fill that void within us, but that's not healthy or sustainable. The Sigma male works on himself first before he can be in a healthy and happy relationship. This is a great way to avoid codependency and toxic relationships. 2. He'll enjoy his freedom and independence. While some people might feel lonely when they are single, a Sigma male knows that this is the time to enjoy his freedom and independence. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and he doesn't have to answer to anyone. Sometimes it's nice just to be alone and not have to worry about anyone else. Other times, he might want to go out and enjoy the company of others, but he doesn't feel like he needs to be in a relationship to do that. Sigma male or not, we all need our alone time, and being single gives you the perfect opportunity to do that. Of course, you can also have your alone time when you're in a relationship, but sometimes it can feel like you're being selfish if you do. 3. He'll reinvent himself. Taking some time to analyze his life, the Sigma man might realize that there are some things he wants to change about himself. He might want to improve his health, change his career, or even just change his style. This is a great time for him to make some big changes in his life. He can use this time to really figure out who he is and what he wants to be. He can make the changes he needs to become the person he wants to be. This is a great way for him to improve his life and find fulfillment. The Sigma male is always growing and changing. He's never content with staying the same. He's always trying to reinvent himself and become a better person. Spending some time reflecting on his life can help him figure out what he wants to change about himself. While many people are content with staying the same, the Sigma man knows that there's always room for improvement. 4. He'll explore new hobbies. Since the Sigma male has more time on his hands when he's single, he might explore new hobbies that he's always been interested in. This is a great way for him to learn new things and expand his horizons. He might take up painting, hiking, biking, or any number of other activities. He can also use this time to travel and see new places. The Sigma male knows he doesn't need a relationship to have a fulfilling life. He can find fulfillment in other things, like his hobbies and interests. This is a great way for him to really get to know himself and what he enjoys doing. Not to mention, it can also be a great way to meet like-minded people. 5. He'll focus on his career and goals. When a Sigma male is single, he'll often use this time to focus on his career and goals. He can pour all of his energy into reaching his objectives without having to worry about what someone else might want or need. he's free to do what he wants, and he doesn't have to take anyone else's opinion into account. This can be a great time for him to make some real progress in his life. This doesn't mean that you can't focus on your career in a relationship, but it can be easier to do when you're single because you're not splitting your time and attention. This can be a great time for the Sigma male to really focus on himself and what he wants to achieve. 6. He'll focus on his own happiness. Being in a relationship isn't the key to happiness. In fact, sometimes being in a relationship with the wrong person can make you more unhappy than being single. The Sigma man focuses on his own happiness rather than trying to find someone to make him happy. He knows that he is the only one responsible for his happiness. He doesn't rely on anyone else to make him happy. Instead, he looks within himself to find what makes him happy. This can be a great way to avoid drama and toxic relationships. Of course, there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship. But if you're not in one, don't worry, the Sigma male is proof that you can be happy and content without being in a relationship. Just focus on yourself and what makes you happy until you find someone who enhances your happiness rather than takes away from it. 7. He'll travel and see the world. Exploring the world is something that a Sigma male enjoys doing, whether he's in a relationship or not. He might use his time to travel to new places and see new things. This is a great way to broaden his horizons and learn new things. He can also use this time to meet new people and make new friends. There's a big world out there, and he wants to see as much of it as possible. Traveling is a great way for him to learn about different cultures and lifestyles. He'll experience new ways of life and see things that he would never have if he stayed in one place. While the Sigma male enjoys being single, he knows that it's not the only way to live. If the right person comes along, he's open to being in a relationship. But until then, he's content with living his life the way he wants to. He doesn't need a relationship to be happy and fulfilled. In conclusion, the Sigma male is a great example of how you can be happy and fulfilled without being in a relationship. Of course, many Sigma males do choose to be in a relationship at some point. But if you're not, don't worry, you can still have a great life. Just focus on yourself and what makes you happy. Then, when the time is right, you can find someone who shares your values and who will make you even happier.